Hey guys, Tanetth here. Welcome to episode 4 of Caveman2Cosmos, version 44 beta. So, last episode we started getting the Sioux culture. We got a lot of hunting done, and I think we're going to get a lot of hunting this time. We also have a very broken scout. Okay, we have a bunch of animals again. If we could get the tortoise, that's a tortoise builder shell worker, which is not what we're getting. I honestly think the best bet we have is expanding southward as fast as possible to block off Darius, then expanding north, expanding east and west. However, my first city, well, because we could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right here. If we settle here, I really wish we could put tags. So that's displaying all our resources. I'm trying to remember if there is a key. Options, other, audio, no, and no. Yeah, prehistoric. Event chance, okay, 11 soundtracks. Okay, bug mod should have some, like, I would think would probably have, like, some form of odds, clock, scoreboard alerts, advisors, city screen, map, automation. Yeah, okay, nope. I don't remember the controls is all. If there is one for tags, that would be great. We could get the barn owl and the bird dance, and the others can sleep for now. Okay, I think I found the key. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So right here. Yeah, I'm just going to put C for city. And if I do Alt S again, it deletes it. Sweet. Okay, so city location there. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that's a bit of a problem due to the mountains. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that at least gets us 2 cities. Yeah, that is pretty much just straight line of expansion. Two, 3 here would be another city. Ideally. 2 and 3. We don't gain any coastal cities this way, however, which is a bit of the problem. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. We still don't get a coastal city. So as much as this makes sense, it's probably not going to happen that way. But it's good to know that I found the key to do the actual labeling. So we can actually somewhat plan ahead. Okay, because we are 1, 2, and 3 here, 1, 2, and 3. So if this is going to be our 3, so that's 1. That's our third tile out. And the way I think the city expands is going to be a 3 by 3 by 3, then a 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, I think. So basically it's going to be 1, 2, these 3 tiles. If I actually turn on tile map mode quickly, these 3 tiles, because it's 1, 2, 3, then 5 across, 5 across, 5 across, 5 across. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 here. So ideally, we would want the city right here for a coastal city. To be placed right there. And getting a coastal city is probably my first smart move, namely because we're going to need to be able to get and we just got the hippo. Pop the horn. We got the tarantula, so we could keep you hunting. Again, going southwards would be a decent idea. Amber and amber. So we could get double amber right here. If we were to settle here. Alt S. No. Cancel. If we were to settle right here as another coastal city. That gets us 2 coastal cities, gets us access to resources. You are on salt. I want to look at my resource map as well. So you would get access to henna, parrots, eventually a bunch of cows and almonds. It's I gotta look at where all our resources are, so you would get access to the prickly pears. Ideally, we would also want one right here as just a city. Keyword is ideally, but I don't know if we'll be able to get down there fast enough. Getting that silver would be a good idea as well. As well as getting that fine clay. I'm just looking at the resources we have currently and thinking, okay, where do I want to start settling out my cities to get the most resources possible? You could go back to auto hunt. Getting the hemp. I'm going to have to settle a city that's probably not going to have resources at all right over here at some point. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out, okay, let's see where things go. But because we're going to be allowed 1 tribe member at a time, that is going to be a while.
By all means, read what the experts have to say. Just don't let it get in the way of your woodworking.
Okay, we killed another desert tortoise. Skinner, slaughterhouse, lumber camp, wood carver, log bridge. Ouch for that minus. And yeah, okay. Thank you. Most powerful civilizations. Again, I don't see how... Well, actually, we have enough. We can actually see into his thing. 24 slingers! Well, Darius, that is a terrifying number. No wonder you're taking 25. Okay, he's just printing slingers, which is terrifying. I think he's trying to build up an army to deal with my army. It has grown. It's considered refined. So because of the cultural growth, I can get the lasso. I don't care about that. We're going to add. We're going to actually remove everything. Do the lasso. Last cow. I can't pronounce it. To save my life. Do the termite catcher, slaughterhouse, indigo, Skinner camp, wood, abatis, dining hall, bridge. Okay, that way we get the stew, and hopefully we get the cave paintings that actually give us a bonus effect in all cities, even if they're brand new, until we get to sedentary life anyway. Congratulations, we did some more hunting. Still want to keep an eye on how many citizens they have in that city of theirs. In theory, I should have the most citizens in the game due to the fact that I have, for the most part, since I got the Venus of Willendorf right off the bat. We have subdued a Fennec Fox. We have subdued an Aardvark. Killed a penguin. And had an iguana flee us. Okay. So I will say one thing about the pumpkins. That graphic compared to the mangoes is a flat texture. If you look at it, it is a completely flat texture. So that's probably why the this is still considered beta, is because they're still working on the graphics. The modeling side of things for some of the newer items to the game. Now, I have not updated the SVN. I know in theory the SVN gets updated almost every day. I just haven't updated it because I am using adding mods to make the map playable. I believe I stated this in like episode 1. So and now we're working on tribalism, which is probably going to be the one that takes the longest. And because we got the carpenter, we should have a bunch more buildings: outhouse, carpenter, palisade, tree platforms, frontier outpost. According to the beauty of a man, that it may remain in the house. So yeah, that gets the palisade is going to take us the longest, so I'm actually going to reset that to the very end. Okay, we just got another tape here. And we killed another penguin. And subdued an iguana. Okay, I want to see how many. So you have two. Let's see, where are our. You have 1 and you have 4. You have the fennec fox and you have another penguin. Okay, so I think we've actually done enough hunting that most of the animals are basically almost non-existent at this point. I'm going to send you back to base camp because of that. Cow will be able to get us the leaping bull wonder. As I just noticed another auroch. Yeah, they spawn on cattle tiles, really. And we have completed the Sioux, so that is awesome. Congrats. Now, if I go to my units, I should have dog soldiers, which have the same strength as my... actually, the Neanderthal have more. The stone macemen have more strength. It has the same strength as the spearmen, but is basically has the movement speed of the tracker or the scout. It's actually on par with a scout, but thrown as... The scouts are civilian branches, while these are the military branch. What I mean by that is if I go civilian... Oh, the scout isn't a civilian. I thought the scout was. Got another hawk. You have a high chance of subduing that, so... I called it. The slinger is probably going to do nothing. Okay. So again, head back to camp. I will admit we do have problems. Oh, there it goes. Did I just lose that as a cultural tile? And the belladonna doesn't work anymore because... How did I get belladonna from grapes? So, yeah, I'm on par with Persepolis for culture right now. Again, once I get tribalism, I'll be able to get settlers, and the expansion, the early expansion of the game begins. Has destroyed the slinger. We're going to give you strength and keep auto hunting. Our scout has subdued a Glyptodon. Our scout is surrounded by Glyptodons.
What do you need?
So you're bringing those guys back. Kill the Galapagos turtle. Yeah, so the hunters will bring 4 creatures back. That is actually a very nice bit.
Civilization is the progress toward a society of privacy.
We'll do the anarchy.
Civilization is the process of setting man.
Pop you into there and then sleep. We can add heritage, which would be the folklore. And the other ones can sleep. Pop the Fennec Fox. So he just got subsistence, and if I look, he's actually working on drying. Let's discuss something else. Never mind. Farewell. I was hoping we might have some trade by now. We are all one, people. And we are arguably stronger than them. They are naturalist. I know I'm being silent, and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop from Persia, but I'm also waiting on this painting. Subdued a stellar eagle. We are working on fire making, so some text will go by pretty fast now. Because we're no longer beelining. Well, we still are beelining, but we're beelining text that shouldn't have been discounted. Oh, they just got a issue. Keep hunting. Again, it's not. I haven't seen any hunters from them, so I think I've
Son of Iamblichus,
Effectively,
surpassing all in cunning, you are glad that you have outwitted me in
yes.
stolen fire. A great plague to you yourself, and
I
to
think
men that shall be.
I have effectively taken all of the wildlife on this island. I have not seen a single Persian hunter. So with that said, it's like nope, they do have a hunter by the looks of it. I just saw it. And just grew to size 4 while they're still size 2. So yes, we are effectively out competing. Free effect. So that's good. And instead of that, we're going to go with the builds 1% faster with bison and pumpkins. Build the tribe. At this point, actually, remove the tribe. We could put the tribe at the very bottom because we're going to need all the production that we can. That'll get us the water trough. Okay, that's a new one. Bonfire. Then we do the tribe, and then the palisade is after the tribe. There we go. That way we get all our bonuses towards production right off the bat. So it's also nice that it sort of has a bit of a millennia feel to it. And I say that because of the fact that we could select right up here and it gives us all of this information: starting gold, defensive units, explorer units. And it tells you the bonuses like growth percentile, anarchy chance, anarchy, and growth, all the way up to, if we go to industrial, growth rate drops significantly. Free populations after the medieval era, the atomic era, starting gold for game start at the atomic era, informative nanotech, transhuman, galactic, cosmic, transcendental, well, transcendent, and future. This era can never actually be reached. Well, I find that funny. So, I think I did get to tribalism relatively indirectly. So I, again, should be the first to be able to get. I could try to beeline it to sedentary life. Spiked clubman.
Such is the gardener.
Okay, we did get our level 2 self-healing now, which is part of the reason why I think we were having issues with our units. We are going to need to start making a new set of hunters, sadly, because it looks like my hunters are dying. Okay, we should have gotten the Skinner. Now we're getting our bison camp. Not thrilled that they are using Neanderthal units. Because I think we're down to our last few soldiers that are hunting. Give you the healing promotion, 170 experience. Good grief. This guy is just... I don't even know. I don't even know how to take that unit, because that unit is just
If your tattoos could remember why
never
they were conceived, what would they say? Moreover, would their purpose be fulfilled in the future?
going to do anything, and we get bull leaping pretty fast.
Experience transitions like a pendulum.
And this is why I like going with production. We're getting 56 per turn.
Ready for action.
Let's pull you forward. And have you fortify for now. Send out congrats for the hunting party. We're producing 22 gold per turn. Not a big fan of the Neanderthal spiked clubmen.
Awaiting your orders.
Combat 2 in combat. Okay, that's fine.
It is death that goes down to the center of Earth. The great burial church the Earth is.
There we go. And then we're just going to do the die maker, the butchers, burial traditions, tumulus, healer's hut. I still find that the scout is broken. All of you go into the city. Kill the chimpanzee. Snake charmer followed by the barn owl, and the rest can sleep. Okay, so we're going to have you also sleep. Tale of the Aardvark. And we are going to say sleep. And sleep. Honestly, I think sending you over to the Henna is probably our best bet to start getting our tribe area settled. Has destroyed a poisonous dark frog, most likely. For science. Okay, I didn't know they could drop science. The reason I'm sending them is because if it's lit up, it at least makes it less likely for anything to spawn. And we can do fortified till healed.
Ready for action.
We can bring the slinger back as well because we no longer hold that fort. And build up restful recovery. We just got another great hunter. Honestly, I don't know what to do for the hunters that I have, because right now they don't serve a purpose, and I don't want to turn them into great hunters for them to be killed off. I'd rather use them for buildings. Ah, crap, what did I just select? Philosophical. Load game. Do we have autosave? There should be an autosave. 4-4. That would rewind us so far back. Autos. There we go. What time is it? Okay, we do have an autosave. Okay, we're going to revert to the autosave. Oh, I do not like doing this, but that was an accidental misclick. Okay, congratulations. So we do not have... So we did not get... So we just need to hit enter. Yes, this means that it ends up re-rolling, say if we subdued that, which was not my goal. Now if okay, so we got that again. Slinger was killed by the Glyptodon, that's fine. Has killed a Glyptodon. Okay, so it did rewind us quite a ways back. Okay, we got our second Great Hunter. It's a different one this time. But like I said, I'm going to have them sleep, basically, because I don't have a use for them. I'm actually going to have you move back one tile to light up the area. And now we can select a new trait. Okay, so ideally... So what was philosophical? Philosophical does not really help. Okay. Aggressive doesn't help. Spiritual would be great if we had a religion, which we do not have yet. Organized. Okay, plus 15% anarchy time. Yikes skis. +1 happiness per city. +1 happiness. +2 per city, +5% more culture. So creative is a potential. Charismatic, +5%, +5%. -5% science. Ouch. That's not something we're going to want. Seafaring, okay. Nomadic. Agricultural, deceiver, scientific, plus 5%, plus science. I'm thinking politician makes sense. Yes, it means we slow down in our so I'm going to have you defend right now. It slows us down by a bit, sadly, but when it comes to world wonders, but going with politician gives us a few bonuses that are very much useful. Back to auto hunt. Volcano erupted somewhere. I'd say go try to catch up with the scouts over here. Nope. Nile Monitor was killed by the Sea Eagle, which we just subdued.
My hand on the dark skin,
Carved
and
emu
felt the chill of
eggs.
centuries long gone. It was as if I had touched the Stone Age.
Okay. So how much longer until we get to the tribe? Okay, we're going to lose 3 production. Okay, that sucks, but is going to have to be done. Neanderthal tracker killed a stone maceman. Okay. I like the cut of your jib. Years of peace. We share the same philosophies. Okay, so they're actually pretty happy with us. And they can't spy on us. But we could spy on them. Okay. Another promotion to the scout. It's just insane how lucky I am with that scout. Major setback, okay. Again, they aren't really expanding. The only upside is they have that coastal plain. Well, I don't. They have access to being a coastal empire right off the bat, which hurts a little bit. Oh, they got set back again. Eventually they'll find their way out. Give you the healer perk again and auto hunt. I mean, I'm doing pretty well over here. Hey.
It is a well-known fact that even among highly cultured peoples, the belief in animism prevails generally. Even the scholar may kick the chair
We could get the workers,
stumbles and derive great satisfaction,
which we need for one of our
getting even with the perverse chair.
which we'll need anyway for the one of our hunters to upgrade to every city. Gotta love that the music just ramped up like no tomorrow. Again, I don't think it matters with the fact that I'll be expanding shortly. And we just got a dart frog. And I think we have significantly upped our production levels. Yeah, modifiers +9. Work tiles. We're getting 51 per turn. +1 from Industrious. We're going to do that. 61 versus... Yeah, we're doing 61. Freights, civics, buildings, capital. Wow. Yeah, we're not doing... We haven't built the torches, and there's a reason I don't want to build the torches. And that's because of increased fire chance. And constantly burning stuff down. Kill the ball python. Subdue the gorilla. The assistants could help our units. Send you into the city. I might be able to get away with getting druidic. That will be awesome. Getting druidic allows me to convert that to our state religion. By converting to a state religion, we are able to get a bunch of other things. And it will allow us to really up our cultural game. Now, I'm playing this game just for fun. I have no real goals in how to beat the game. Okay, my only goal is to go as far as I can, really. So if that means I get wiped out, so be it. It would suck, but I'm willing to accept that I haven't played the game in ages.
What other hobbies do you have? Forbidden rituals? Human sacrifices?
So, nature alter it +1 happiness if state religion. So now if we go to our religious advisor, we cannot convert to druidic because I don't have the cult yet. Okay, we just got our animals. We're going to send them into the city. Okay, we could get the folklore or Antail. Okay, Arok. And then the heritage of the dart frog, and then have the others sleep. Let's also get our slinger back down to camp, really. We just gotta subdue the mandrill. And we're just going to have you basically fortify for now until I can get the tribe. Then I'm going to use a slinger and the tribe and all the animals that I have mass duplicates of to go with the tribe to settle a new area, because that'll give us several bonuses.
"'Tis the same to him who wears a shoe, as if the
Thank
whole
you.
earth were covered with leather."
Heal and auto hunt. So we're going to be getting that tribe in 8, working on that tribe in 8 turns. We could get the Tannin Maker. And part of me wants to just get those folklores out of the way. Saying congratulations to the citizens. And they're building another slinger. I think it's because of the axemen. They're having issues. Actually, we could do the subsidy. Yeah, I honestly think they're level 6 for their capital, and we are level 7. So our capital is slightly ahead. Not by much, though. Okay, now we're working on the tribe. Which should take us not as many turns as I initially thought, and we should upgrade to level 8 shortly. We cannot do the workers because we haven't built it yet. Wait, great person. Where's my hunters? I should have 2 hunters. Yeah, they can't do anything.
Yes? All present and accounted for.
Can be created, requires tale of...
What do you need? What's the plan?
Some form of things to make sense is what I would like. I'm surprised we were able to get Druidic. If I were to go to our tech tree again, I could also try to go for shamanism as well. But I'm curious why there are already locked techs. Like waterproof concrete requires lava rock gatherers for waterproof concrete. Okay. And then over here, lead glass requires glass blowers. Okay. Again, we are a long ways away, but at the same time, it's like... forest fire, replant. The forest is cleared, that's fine. Forest really shouldn't have done that much to aid or harm us. Hey, I'm just waiting on getting certain things built up, and to do that I need more tile space. Why does it...
The slash and burn. Take no prisoners. Anything goes is so corrosive to our democracy. And we've got
Why
to
does it feel
fight
like I
to
dropped
turn
in,
off politics in general, and leaves that space to be occupied
Okay.
by special interests that determine how the goodies are to be passed out.
Just gotta deal with a lot of stuff, that's for certain. Okay, and we just got a duck. And it's going to take them 55 turn. They have to be going through anarchy or something. Pop the folklore. They have to be in anarchy. That's the only option that makes sense. Persia, what are you doing? I have no clue what Persia's doing, but it's not great. Okay, there was no special reward for
Tell me what to do. All present and accounted
you. Tapir. Oh, great. I have to select all my animals to unlink all of them first. Create group, ungroup. There we go. So we'll take a viper. We will take this spider, because I don't know if the spider can do anything. We'll take the bear. We'll take the stellar eagle. I think we're going to need... No, we only need one for the birds. Take an okapi. Take the tapir, the monitor, the mandrill, the wolf. Hawk would probably be a decent idea. The Glyptodon, penguin, aardvark, ball python, and one of the slingers, and go over to there. Sleep. Basically select all of them again. And now we're going to just group them all together. Group them all together just to have them go to sleep. This group, and you can push towards there as well. Now that we got our second city planned, well, not planned, but our second city is going to be starting to be built up. You're going to build up restful recovery. Again, I think I'm going to be the first one, so that's a good find. Okay, so we have North American and Neanderthal. We should also have one other one, but okay. Not going to have the highest production, sadly, but it will work. Minneapolis. Okay, so then we can do the feather worker, the snake charmer, the master hunter, and I thought that these ones had a purpose, but I guess one of them can do the standard. The rest of you could probably head back to there you build up on range targeting. Minneapolis. Now then, one of my favorite strategies. Pump up the production of everything and then go back and do the knowledge inheritance, hunter, vision, gatherer, storage pit. Then basically go back and do the buildings that are going to be basically your helpful buildings. Henna gatherer, excrement holes, playing fields, juggling, hunter's camp, sentry post, barter post. Okay, so that will at least get us our starter. So with Minneapolis, that's at least our starter. Then we can go back over to here, go and make another tribal unit after all of this monstrosity of crafts.
We light the oven
Thank you.
so that everyone may bake bread in it.
At this point, you don't get any bonuses from being over there either. So at this point, I'm thinking the birds are worth keeping. The snakes are worth keeping. The but the Okapi are worth keeping. I don't know what's worth keeping and what's not. I honestly, at this point, I want to keep all the animals more or less because at this point they're helpful. Thank you. Okay, so they were in an leads to megalith. Hold up. Tech advisor. Megalith. Where is megalith? Stone building. Okay, they got that one. So it leads to this. Okay. May want to start to push towards animal husbandry. Then I'm going to want to go canid, feline, poultry. I don't have elephants. I'm hoping I can find some equine. I know I don't have camel. Well, I'm going to have to do elephant anyway. Well, megalith, canine, feline, just get all of the domestication tax. Wait, I was beelining it to mysticism to then beeline it to... Okay, so we're already beelining chieftain. Okay, to then beeline to chieftain. You pop all of these to animal riding, megafauna, and hopefully to sedentary. Now, the one downside is we can't really beeline it to sedentary. Beeline it to megafauna would be nice, but not practical. Because I'm going to need to beeline all of these. Stone building as well. Slavery, warfare. I don't need another religion, but at that point, there's 31 techs. I can beeline it to sedentary. If I get to sedentary first, that gives me a free tech of our choice. So actually, I'm going to want to do this to animal riding to sedentary. And for the life of me, I hope to get sedentary first. If I could get sedentary, I could get the megafaunal domestication for free or any of the other domestications. We are all one. Now, I know I don't have mammoths or elephants or anything, but getting the megafauna stuff does tend to be a good idea. So we do at least have another city, which is doing well. Then we have our main city. Then congrats to Minneapolis, at which it already expanded. That is awesome. I'll take the less food, more gold from them. Again, they are going to be my port. You just upgraded? Okay, defense. And, you know, defend. Range targeting. Killed a 3-toed sloth. As I've been recording for an hour, so we have a plan for the next episode at least. Oh, and is that my unit or is that a Neanderthal tracker was destroyed by a wooden spearman? When did I make a wooden... Oh, no, I made the tracker. Okay. I was about to say, when did I make the wooden spearman? I could go longer on this one. I'm having fun. Washington's culture has expanded. So in that case, I'm going to want to get a gatherer built up right as it's about to expand again and into having 5 people. Okay, so you're wanting me to do something there. What I could do though is build up something over here. And for all I know, there might be ore or something on this tile at some point.
At your service.
Subdued a bird.
Awaiting your orders.
Now, I'm not having them build the roadway because I don't want to give the AI a target to pillage. Build cottage, costs 120. Build a stone, +4 production. I like that. But since you did get an upgrade, I would need a bonfire for the Great Bonfire. Free bonfire in every city. Places to fire. Ooh, we got the tattooer. That is useful, actually. Child labor crews. Dried meats. I guess we'll go with the bonfire. We do have the water trough. And then we'll be able to do the Great Bonfire, which replaces it. And I'll just give you the promotion. You're already going to be dead soon anyway, so it doesn't matter if I give you a promotion. Celebration.
Comes the match that lights the kindred celebration candle of sacred moments long ago.
So, Crater Caves, Free Sentry, that are law enforcement summary, a bunch of stuff. Okay. Fertility requires... Okay, so we could do that one as well, I believe. We would need the storytellers, I believe, unit tab. Storyteller. We'll grow to 5 populace. So let's have you work there because we are going to be turning that into a stone tool production too. Fertility dance is one of the things we were looking at, maybe. Well, we were because of the natural. Which gives +1 happiness in all on this continent, and only takes 8 turns. We are all 1. That's fine. Again, any form of happiness that we get is going to be worth it because, again, building the effects of the city are directly irritating me. That number is only going to continue to grow. So, any bonuses I can get that are going to affect all my cities are worth getting. Okay, they're on that. And if they pillage that, I'm going to be a little annoyed. No, they just walked right through. That is odd. More strength. Auto hunt, I guess. And we got the festival, which means they're going to also get the effect for happiness. So conceptual, we should see effect. Yeah. Fertility festival, happiness, food, and culture. The caves. -2 per turn with literature. Yikes. Okay, so feathers, grass, and wood. Henna, and all that. Okay. Buildings.
Yes.
Take out the Neanderthal, please. And the Neanderthal fled. Go back into town and, fortify till healed. Another Gems Brook. Again, we're doing rather well. Now we already got our second city placed down. It's really going to be a matter of... Oh, we got a giraffe. Please subdue the giraffe. Dang. If we subdued it, we could have had giraffes as part of our units. But once we get to Minneapolis... Fortify... Build up. Why? I mean, I could guess why you're constantly pumping out slingers. You're not doing anything but pumping out slingers, Darius. If has destroyed a Neanderthal, flop them in. And now we just got
Nature herself has imprinted on the mind of all.
a one-turn anarchy instead of the 2 turns is nice. Okay, which means in theory, now if I go over to my religious advisor, we should be able to convert which if we go back to looking at our religious advisor, we are now getting plus 10% from buildings, units, happiness, and even more culture. So that also means that I should see, you know, a missionary at some point. Let's show ones that we can make. Mud bath, bones, divine monument. Okay. Now, if we go back, if we look at our civics, and then this is probably going to be where I end this episode. So if politics, and I'm saying this counts as politics in this game, aren't your forte, then you don't need to stay for this. But the main one that I'm wanting to look at is our religion. So folklore forces us to have no state religion, okay? Plus 200% from buildings we cannot build, which sucks. Okay. Alternative events, buildings that don't affect us, monument, obelisk, totem pole, plus 20% faster. If we look at divine cult, which is what we are right now, or imperial cult, minus 10% birth rate, youch. Maintenance cost and all that. Workers build improvements 5% faster. Cities train units 10% faster and construct buildings 10% faster. Plus 1 experience points in cities with Druidic. Plus bonuses to all that. Mausoleum of Mausolus, okay. Allows construction of all this. If we go to profits, plus 10, plus 10. State church, I believe there are some that give even higher. And I don't know what policy, I don't know what the policy button's for yet. Well, yeah. But yeah, I think we want to end the episode here. And yeah, it's now we're getting things done about a 10% faster. So if I look into the city modifiers, why do I have work, please? So I'm going to start getting some plus 2, minus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 3, plus 3. Okay. I'd rather have the plus 2, minus 1. So we are getting a grand total of stuff as well. So that's good. And we're getting the Grove done shortly, so that will be good for next episode. We could go to your building tab, because now you have even more to build. So, yeah, the Palisade is just going to take forever, supposedly, but we will be able to get next episode situated, and next episode we will be doing a good amount. Next episode, I think we probably won't get to, I don't think we'll get to sedentary life, but I do think we're going to be able to get get a good portion of these techs done, and maybe get into sedentary lifestyle either next episode if things go well and I expand out quickly, or again, it comes down to how fast will I be able to pump these out. The longer I let things get built up, the more production, which means the faster this will be built. So that, in my opinion, is a win-win. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.